morning.
One second, let me start this. Okay, starting, not yet, started.
Good morning and welcome back to the Veterans in Politics candidate interviews for the Nevada State Assembly. We're going to start with District 8, but I would like to thank our sponsors, Round Q for Clark County Treasurer, Michael Broadway Real Estate, Real Water, and the Lakeside Business Suites. My name is Alexis Plunkett. I'm a Nevada criminal defense attorney, and I would like to give the panel an opportunity to introduce themselves.
Mantis, Toboggan, Veterans in Politics radio co-host.
Robert Foust, US Army. Geraldi US Marine.
Thank you, panel. For State Assembly District 8, we have Tiffany Ann Watson here. And so, Tiffany, we would like to give you about a minute to introduce yourselves to the panel and tell us about your background.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Ann Watson.
Microphone.
Oh, that would probably help.
Press till the green light comes on.
So if it's for...
No green light. That's all right, go ahead.
Okay, so hi, I'm Tiffany Ann Watson for District 8 Assembly, and I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. So I went to Western High School. I went to criminal justice is my background for college. When I went to college, it was CCSN. Now it's CSN. So that's what I did. And I'm an artist. I've been painting for maybe 18 years. I have a nonprofit organization. The treasurer is actually named JV. He's the president. And, well, actually, I'm the treasurer. Sorry about that. And it's a veterans organization to help veterans that need to learn how to paint or give them some opportunity to learn how to paint. I believe in arts. I believe in the crafts. And I believe that it's a great organization to teach people how to get their hands dirty when you've already been dirty in war. It's something that gets your mind off of everything. And my mom is my best friend, love her to pieces. I have 2 cats, a fish, and a hamster, and they all get along. So, and politically, I got into this when I was 9 years old because my dad was very big into politics. So I decided it's, you know, I'm 32. I thought this is a good time to actually get into politics.
Thank you. I'd like to turn over to the panel for questions.
Geraldi. What is, actually, let me ask you this question. Do you support or oppose banning semi-automatic assault weapons?
That's a very interesting question. Do I support semi-automatic banning?
Do you support or oppose the banning of semi-automatic assault weapons? And why?
Unfortunately, I do oppose it because...
And then also give why?
I'm almost there. Because I think that it's our Second Amendment right to have guns. Do I think that I would change my mind? I probably would if there's enough support to actually understand why they should be banned. I do not think that this is a gun issue. I believe that it is actually a mental health issue. I really strongly believe that as a responsible gun owner, my gun has never put its bullets in itself. It's never fired itself. It's never triggered itself. My gun has never done anything. Semi-automatics, to some people, are a hobby. Unfortunately, for some people, they're not. But I don't really know how to discuss the gun issue unless we discuss the mental illness issue that we have in this country.
Robert Foust. So my question for you would be, could you tell us a little bit about Assembly District 8 and what is the biggest problem in that district and what do you plan to do about it?
What I plan to do is open up the hospitals. And when I say open up the hospitals, unfortunately we have an opiate crisis. And I don't think that these doctors should continue to allow persons that have opiate problems walk away with opiate prescriptions. There are certain people that actually have responsibility about such problem, and they don't utilize the system to a negative advantage. They utilize the system in a positive way, that they need the pain pill, they need that. I honestly think that there is a problem with our society with opioids. And what I would do when I am elected is I would address that, and I think that hospitals should actually address that as well, what the doctors are prescribing. I don't think that there's so much as a problem, which there is, but I don't think there's so much of a solution, and what we need is a solution. What I would impose is a solution, an alternative.
Mantis, Toboggan. If a doctor suspects that a patient has opioid problems or is drug seeking, do you think that should affect their care?
I definitely do think that should affect their care, and I think that it also should affect the way that they prescribe a different substitute. There is certain, say you have a toothache, there's certain drugs that they can give that are non-opiate. Prescribe that. I don't see why we have to continuously add to the opiate problem, and the doctors get a kickback. That's ridiculous. I think that's a very huge thing. And in my district, I alone know 3 hospitals that are in District 8. I want to address that immediately so the epidemic doesn't continuously grow.
If the patient doesn't express any sort of worry or concern about having an opioid problem, do you think that that should be left to medical professionals?
I do think it should be left to medical professionals, but I also think that instead of offering the opioid at a first-rate basis, they should actually just give them a substitute that doesn't have the opioids in there. There's a lot of different prescriptions that don't have drugs in them.
Jay Geraldi. Hi. Do you support transparency in our school district as far as financially, a financial audit?
I do, yes.
Sorry.
That's all I got. Yes, I do.
Robert Foust, so where do you stand on the transgender issue in the schools today? Should we take money from our state budget and build special bathrooms for them, or should it?
No, I don't, no, that's a negative. I really do not believe, I understand that we have a transgender community, which is fabulous. I don't see anything wrong with that, but do we need special bathrooms? No. What I believe we should have, in my opinion, is you have a men's, a woman, and a family. When you go to a mall and they have 3 for a changing room, what have you, there's 3 different bathrooms. I don't think that we should have a separation, but if they want to go into a bathroom that's separate, that's fine. And I think that the third option would be a family room.
Mantis, Toboggan. What drew you to veterans issues, and what do you think is the most important veterans issue that you could contribute to?
Interesting that you asked me. Thank you for that question. That's a very beautiful question. Actually, I'm a caregiver, and the person that I'm a caregiver for, he's a Vietnam veteran, and he was an air pilot, and I enjoy helping people, and what I really appreciate about that is not only the stories, but to listen what can actually be a better topic to support that individual, to help them. And what he's told me is that the veterans need people to listen to them. And I really understand that that's what we should do, is listen to veterans. They have fought for us, and we should listen to what their demands are. So when I decided to come to this thing, I realized this is my voice, and I can help him create his voice with what he's telling me as a caregiver. So that's, and it's very rewarding to listen to other people and to actually project what they're telling you. And what he wants to see is just a voice that listens.
Jay Geraldi, besides what you've touched on, is there anything in addition in your district that you have that has caused you to run that you want to see adjusted or corrected or done better?
That actually goes with the DOT, the Department of Transportation. I think that they're kind of slacking on. I've lived on the south end of Las Vegas for 11 years. I've been here my whole life. And the south end of Las Vegas, we're not getting traffic lights. We've had one casualty, and it's just not. It's not progressing as it should be with the safety of the issues that are. I don't need someone that where I'm on, we've already, seriously, we did have one casualty, and I'm surprised that's the only one. Thankfully, it wasn't more. But I think we need stoplights in certain areas, again, with the DOT. And that's something that's a very big concern of mine when it comes to my area. It's a huge area, and the safety's first.
Robert Foust. Would you support the defunding of high school sports through
No.
the state issue?
No, I wouldn't.
And why?
No, that's a negative. Because I think activities keep youngsters running amok together, where they're actually supervised, so they can throw around the balls. And I think activities for children are very necessary. So no, I wouldn't defund that. Just like I wouldn't defund any of the art programs. I would definitely wouldn't. I think that kids need to be children and play together and get their activities and throwing the ball around in a positive way. So no, I would not defund that. No, that's a negative.
Mantis Toboggan, do you have a strategy to get anything in particular passed or bring forward?
I don't know yet. A strategy, I have a meticulous plan. Once elected, I want everyone to actually get together, and if we have debates on anything that I think will benefit the community better than my opinion, then I'm all for ears. Do I have a strategy to do that? We'll see after I'm elected. So, that's my strategy.
Jay Geraldi, for your district, are you for charter and schools versus also the public school district schools there that are in your area? And do you support more discretion at the school level, at the school campus level, for the teachers and the principal to lead the way of the education on their school campus?
Yes, I do. I definitely do. And interesting enough, fun question that you asked. I do believe in mandated school uniforms, because that takes away it doesn't take away the individual. It takes away the person that can't afford the new shirt or can't afford the new pants or what have you. And then I feel like it would lack aggression towards bullying. We have a huge bullying problem. And I think that would take away. Do I support the charter schools? Yes, absolutely. And I support the fact that we need to address the schools as quickly as we can. That way everybody is on the equal playing ground and we're all in the same field. Did that answer your question?
Could you elaborate on that a little bit as far as all on the same level field, as far as the same, as far as against discretion? As far as the principals and teachers having discretion,
I think if all
how would that play out on that?
I think that if all the children are wearing the same outfit, the same uniform or what have you, that there's not going to be this child's wearing something that's more fancy than this child. I think that would actually play a level field where everybody's uniform, and then they can be their own individual once everything is, everything right now is going crazy with the school shootings. So if we can eliminate the bullying because this person wears this and this person wears that, I think that a level field, meaning a uniformed clothing attire, is appropriate.
can you touch on the discretion of teachers and principals, of the teachers and
Oh,
principals?
okay, yeah, we didn't get to the
Yeah.
teachers and principals. Well, I would take away the teachers and principals, picking on the one that's more addressed than the other. I'm not sure I really understand your question, to be honest with you.
And this will be the last one, and then we'll discontinue. But basically, their discretion in teaching, how they see fit.
I don't know what their discretion is in teaching. I would actually
Exactly,
like
so
to.
would you support them having the discretion to teach as they
Yes, I
see
would
fit, as
support
far as the
that.
principal
Yes, I
and
would.
campus?
Yes, I would support that. But I would have to know their discretion. So, but yes, I would support them having their discretion, yes.
Robert Foust. What I would ask is, you said that building a hospital in your district would be a prime thing that you would like to do.
No, actually, we have 3 hospitals
Right.
in my district.
What about this? What about a bill that, supporting a bill that would include mental health care with these hospitals that are built today? Rather than just being a medical hospital, it would be both institutions.
Maybe that's what you were hearing, because no, we have 3 hospitals in my district. I do think that we should have a mental health hospital that's separate. Whether they're joined or not, that's neither here nor there, but I think that mental health is something that we should address. And I think that post-traumatic stress syndrome is something we should address. And I think that having a separate hospital is actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea. We need qualified staff, it grows opportunity, it grows jobs. And I think that that would be a very beneficial thing for us to have a separate, or at least an addition to the hospital for mental health patients. Trained staff and everything.
Okay, Ms. Toboggan, you said that you do not support building more bathrooms, like a transgender bathroom.
I would support building a 3rd bathroom, but as a family bathroom.
But aside from doing that or prior to doing that, do you think that there should be laws regarding choosing what bathroom you use?
Well, let's be honest, nobody wants to go into the bathroom and see somebody doing something that we all do at home. So it's not it's a very uncomfortable situation for most. Would I be opposed to having other bathrooms? No, absolutely not. As long as people are comfortable with using the restroom, I wouldn't oppose any other additional bathrooms.
So you think that, do you think that people should use whichever one they
feel
personally are comfortable with?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Watson. At this point, we would like to give you about a minute to tell the panel why you would like to have the Veterans in Politics endorsement.
Okay, well, first I'd like to thank everyone for letting me speak. That's very nice. I appreciate it. And I would definitely make sure that all of you, if I didn't know something, then I would find out and I would seek advice or any type of information that I can better my community. And I plan to do that on District 8 as Assemblywoman. I plan to do that. So why vote for me? I mean, why not? I'm going to make sure that this is ran very smoothly, and I believe in communication. I believe that if we have a situation, let's just all act like adults and actually maturely understand the situation and go from there. And then just understand how to better everybody else. This isn't about me, this is about my district and representing the people in my district. So what I want to do is represent the people in my district as bestly as I can, and I plan on doing so.
Thank you to Tiffany Ann Watson and the panel. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Ron Q for Clark County Treasurer, Michael Broadway Real Estate, Real Water, and the Lakeside Business Suites. And that concludes the interview for Nevada State Assembly District 8.